Hi guys, hope the weekend is going well. Pumped to do this here. Looking over the questions, I think Ali's going to be pretty drunk after this. So I have a little surprise for everyone to get the team going. Meg, if you could do your deed and we'll get started. What was your first date? Describe in detail. So obviously our first physical date was Portugal. Obviously shout out to the FaceTime dates, but Portugal being our first physical date is probably the best one to talk about. We went out for a really nice meal. We went out to some bars afterwards. I was wearing this little red dress, which I remember very well. But it was during COVID, so the bars shut at like 10:30. We thought we were going to go home, but we called babysitter Jose, and he turned up with a bottle of champagne and some flute glasses, drove us down to the beach, turned his high beams on, music full blast, and we partied on the beach for a little while. So that was definitely the best first date I had, and it will be the last now. So yeah, that's my answer. Describe what your first thought of Ellen was in one word. Wow. I think for numerous reasons. Obviously, it was surreal to see her in person for the first time. We'd obviously been talking for 5 or 6 months at this point, so to see her in person for the first time was definitely a wow moment. I'd ran across from the other side of the airport, so I was a little bit of a sweaty mess. I think we were both pretty jittery and nervous to meet each other for the first time. So, yeah. Um, when and where was your first kiss? Exactly what I've just described. We met each other. I think we kissed with our masks on multiple times. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy moment. Who hugs the covers the most? I think Al will actually say me. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a different one and say the pup here is the one that hugs the covers the most. So my answer is Reggie. What would Ellen most likely end up in jail for? I think she could definitely talk herself into being arrested. Oh, no, I know what this one is. Stealing groceries. She's a little bit of a kleptomaniac when it comes to that. Or stealing candles or some random things from restaurants. Our house is covered in them. So stealing something from a grocery store or a restaurant. Who is going to be more hungover the day after the wedding? Ooh. I actually think we both will. I think I will be able to handle it slightly better. Al's not the greatest with hangovers, so I'm going to say her. What is your favorite Boston bar to go to together? So there is Carver. I would say that's like my favorite restaurant, but to go to together, I'm actually going to say the Franklin. We've had some really cool experiences. We have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with the place. They can be a little bit of a nightmare, but I'm going to say the Franklin. We know a lot of people in there now, and we were actually able to sit down in a booth without ordering food last night. So, yeah, the Franklin. What do you think Al's best physical feature is? Her smile. Yeah, I'm going to say her smile. Um, if Ellen could get rid of one piece of clothing in your closet, what would it be? I think this is very clear. It would be my blue towel t-shirt. Yeah, I actually think I bought that to go on our first trip together to Portugal. So it's pretty sentimental, but Al does not like it. So definitely that. Um, if I could get rid of one piece of clothing from Ellen's closet. So the Clemson jumper, I think, was ratchet, but we have now got rid of that one. So that had like bite marks in the sleeves. It was falling apart. It was pretty disgusting, but we were able to get rid of that one. Something that she has now. So she actually tried to put this on last night for the double date that we had. She's probably going to get me in a lot of trouble for this one, but she has this blazer that is far too big for her. But it has massive shoulder pads, and she looks like she's about to start in a defensive line in a football game. So, yeah, I would probably get rid of that. Sorry, Al. When did you know Ellen was the one? Ooh. I think there was a lot of little moments along the way. I think the first moment was I was still back in the UK. Connor was round and Al had FaceTimed me. And Al and Connor were speaking on FaceTime. And as you can imagine, between those two, I didn't get a word in at all and sat opposite in the corner. But they spoke for 40 minutes on the phone, and I think I came to the realization that I wasn't like crazy for trying to date this person at the other end of the world, and he saw what I saw. So that was a pretty special moment, I would say. um who said I love you first? Ooh, I don't actually know this one. Shout out Elephant Juice. If you know, you know. But I'm going to say Al. I think Al probably said it first. What was Ellen's most annoying habit? Or what is Ellen's most annoying habit? Ooh. So there's two. There's two that really grind my gears. And I think one is leaving the cupboards open. Like, amazing cook. She does amazingly well, but she just leaves everything everywhere. And obviously I will do the cleaning, but it doesn't take much to shut a cabinet. Then the second one has to be never having my own time in the shower. She loves to come in and do her hair, brush her teeth, do her makeup. For whatever reason, I can't have a shower without Al also being in the bathroom with me. So yeah, that's probably number two. If Ellen could eat one food for the rest of her life, what would it be? Ooh. Ooh. I'm torn between lemon poppy seed muffin or a chocolate chip cookie. I'm going to say chocolate chip cookie. Not too much chocolate though. Chocolate chip cookie. What's your favorite thing to do together? We do a lot of fun stuff. I think our favorite thing being in Quanny. I think being on the beach, walking the pub, just being down there in the summer, I think has us both in a good mood, and we have a lot of fun down there. So I'm going to say Quanny. What was the best vacation you've taken together? So a lot of our vacations have been with friends, family. We haven't done too many solo ones, but I would have to say Portugal is going to be top of the list for the obvious reasons. Portugal. What is Ellen's go-to dance move? Um, so we do practice like this 4-step dance move that we have whenever we are dancing in the house. But I would say Al is a little bit of a grinder when she's drunk. So she loves to grind. That's my answer. Okay, and final question. What do you love most about Al? So I know it says here that she doesn't have to guess. I think if she would guess, she would say that I say she's amazing, which she is. But all joking aside, I think the one thing for me is watching her in a room full of people. I think she lights up any room that she walks into, whether that's friends or complete strangers. I think she's just great at being around people, and it's pretty infectious. So I would say that's my biggest thing. Thanks, guys. Have a great time. I look forward to hearing from you all, and I will see you soon.